fact, we have been told that this is what CNN International is reporting, that there is going to be the security review of the Secret Service post this particular incident. In fact, there are some legit questions that are being raised. One is that how could this person climb upon the rooftop only 150 yards away from President Trump's podium. Former President Trump's podium. Then the second question is that were the Secret Service agents fully equipped to protect former President Trump? Then there are also questions that even if he was outside the periphery of the venue, then why the entire area wasn't cleared and wasn't secured. So there are some legit questions that are being raised at this point in time. But President Biden yesterday said that he has instructed Secret Service to review the security arrangement of Donald Trump, especially the security arrangement at the Republican National Convention, as there is going to be 50,000 delegates, politicians participating in the Republican National Convention. So there is direct instruction coming from President to make adequate security arrangement and also to review the existing security arrangement of Donald Trump.
Right. Also, Siddhant, how do you think this particular incident is going to have an impact on Donald Trump's poll campaign?
Well, look, there's no doubt about it that there is a surge in Donald Trump's popularity, and there's no doubt about it, given a lot of sympathy wave towards him after this attack, the assassination attempt. And perhaps politically speaking, then this has gone in favor of Donald Trump. And in fact, this is a reason that, the Democrats are on the back foot. The onus is on the government to come clean, because more than 24 hours have passed, but we are yet to know the motive behind this killing. Was it a conspiracy? Was it a lone wolf attack? We don't know anything about it. And the second and the most important one is that President Biden, who is any which ways a very, very unpopular candidate for Democrats, especially after the TV debate that he had with former President Trump, is perhaps again under immense pressure, given the surge in Donald Trump's popularity, that how to tackle this situation politically. One is to tackle it by getting the best investigation done and coming clean on what all has happened to satisfy Trump's support. And the second is how to challenge the situation politically, because remember, we are speaking 4 months ahead of the presidential polls, and every single day is important to build the campaign, to build the election. And somewhere after this particular incident, Democrats and the government is on back foot, because in fact in last 24 hours there are multiple polls also that have been conducted, and those polls suggest that Donald Trump has witnessed surge after this particular attack on him. Back to you.
All right, Siddhant, please stay with us. Irina Burker, a reporter with the Butler Eagle, was also in the crowd during the Pennsylvania rally where former President of United States Donald Trump was shot at. Listen in to what she had to say.
Irina Burker is a reporter with the Butler Eagle. She was in the crowd during the rally, joins me now from Butler in Pennsylvania. Thanks so much. First of all, what did you see and hear when this started?
Sure. So I was in the crowd. We had a reporter actually in the enclosed media area, but I was with the other visitors, and I just heard several gunshots, and everyone around me, including myself, we all ducked down. A woman behind me was praying. There was a mother in front of me who was telling her children to crouch down. And soon after that, people started standing up and started being evacuated by Secret Service.
Were you, you went there to cover a rally. I mean, were you in disbelief initially? What went through your mind?
I think I was in shock for the first few moments because I wasn't close to the bleachers or where former President Trump was standing. So I didn't see what was happening until I got the information in bits and pieces. I was definitely in disbelief, and I think everyone around me was as well.
Yeah, tell me more about the crowd. You mentioned those immediately around you, but what happened after the former president was taken away? Was there any sense of panic or concern or, I guess, bewilderment? But what did people do?
So a number of people started evacuating before calls for evacuation took place. Other people just started filming on their phones, and as I was talking to some folks, it just seemed like everybody was in a daze. People were telling me that they saw a shooter on the roof. Other people were saying other things, and so there seemed to be a lot of confusion. I spoke with a man who performed CPR on the fatally wounded victim, and again, just a sense of yes, but bewilderment, like you said. Everybody is still reeling from this.
Tell us a little more about the place. I mean, you cover the area. What's it like? What kind of place is it? Who lives there?
Sure. So it's the Butler Farm Show grounds. It's I would say, a fairly open, large area where different local events are held. The rally was held outdoors, entirely outdoors, and the neighborhood in which the rally took place, I would call it a fairly quiet neighborhood. Leading up to the rally, driving into the parking lot, you could see neighbors holding lemonade stands. It is a fairly quiet neighborhood. That's how I would describe it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they didn't expect in their wildest dreams anything like this to happen. Did you ever think you'd be in this sort of situation as a local reporter? How are you processing it?
I don't think that I ever expected to be in this situation. As soon as I heard the gunshots, like I said, I ducked for cover, and as the shock set in, I texted my editor immediately, told him what was going on, and I guess I'm processing it just like everybody else, and just speaking with folks has helped me be a little bit more grounded. I think.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. Keep talking to people about it, shared experience. Irina Burkor in Butler, Pennsylvania, thanks so much. Really appreciate you.
And Siddhant Mishra continues to stay with us. Siddhant, global leaders have condemned this attack on Donald Trump, but there were also some leaders who said that it was Trump who had provoked such an attack.
Well, that's right. Look, Trump becomes the 13th US president or presidential candidate to face an assassination attempt and the 8th to survive. This has happened after a very long time in United States. In fact, in 1980s, the last attack which took place was on Ronald Reagan. And since then, largely the elections were conducted in a very peaceful atmosphere. This time around, America is witnessing highly polarized polls. And in fact, both camps are divided. You're right that yesterday many world leaders, including Prime Minister Modi, expressed concerns and condemn this violent act of attempt to assassinating Donald Trump. In fact, Donald Trump is a former president. He has personal equation with many world leaders, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So all the world leaders have shown concern and condemn this act of violence. In fact, Keir Starmer, the UK Prime Minister, spoke to Donald Trump over phone and spoke about his health and wished him speedy recovery. So it's the matter for many world leaders. This kind of violence against a candidate is not acceptable in any democracy, and perhaps this is the reason that all are showing concern and condemning this act. In fact, a very interesting statement has come from Russia, where Kremlin spokesperson has said that this was the writing on the wall. Everybody knew that this is coming, and perhaps blamed the American government and security setup for the lapse due to which this attack happened. So multiple the reactions are coming from various places, and there are different kinds of reaction that we are getting to know. But one thing is for sure, that this has helped Donald Trump. This has increased the popularity of Donald Trump, especially the Americans, those who have not decided where to go in these elections, have perhaps moved towards the Republican side, given the attack that has taken place on Donald Trump. Also, would like to draw a parallel here between Donald Trump and President Biden. We all know the videos and the images of President Biden that go viral, where he freezes on public platforms, and at times fallen on the public platforms, fainted. But you see, if you compare both the leaders and one draws the parallel, then here we have Donald Trump, who, after getting attacked, after receiving bullet shots on the ears, was popping the fist and and stood again and was popping the fist. So that is perhaps a very powerful imagery, a very powerful picture that has in fact gone viral also, and perhaps tells a lot about which way America has decided to vote this time around.
Right. Also, Siddhant, can this attack be seen as a lone wolf attack, or could there be a bigger conspiracy to this?
Well, look, in fact, President Biden also said that let's not jump to any assumption. Federal Bureau of Investigation is a competent agency. They are doing the probe. Look, there are a lot of media reports which perhaps suggest that it could also be the lone wolf attack, and it could also be the part of a larger conspiracy. Now, if we go by the lone wolf attack theory, then this person was a registered Republican. Then he donated $15 or so to Democrats. He was bullied by his friends in college. So such is his history. This is what we have got to know from the reports that have been published regarding the profile of Thomas Crook. But on the other side, one cannot deny the conspiracy angle as well, because even some reports also suggest that his vehicle was carrying explosives, and there was no identity card which was found from the after he got neutralized, and also given the election season around the corner, one cannot rule out the conspiracy theory as well. It's a highly polarized election. There are a lot of stakes. So one cannot deny that, and this is the reason the Federal Bureau of Investigation is taking all the time in the world to perhaps establish the motive. And in fact, they took more than 8 to 9 hours to establish the identity, or perhaps to share the identity of the shooter with media. So they are very careful. They are taking they are very careful, and they are sort of moving slowly and steadily, because they also understand the political ramification of this entire investigation. So they are very careful as far as sharing details with media. All we know at this point in time is that he belongs to Pennsylvania only, and he attempted assassination on Donald Trump. His name is Thomas Crooks, and some reports suggest that he was bullied by his friends in college, and he donated to Democrats, but he's a registered Republican, etc., etc. So such details are also emerging, but let's wait for FBI to come up with an official statement as far as the motive is concerned, and also the background of this shooter. Back to you.
All right, Siddhant, thank you so much for getting us all those details on Donald Trump assassination bid. We'll keep coming back to you for more updates on this. As of now, we're slipping into a very short break, but there's more on the other side. Stay with us.